Hi there, my name is David Lomax from Barracuda Networks, and we're talking about MSP plays. Earlier we talked about, in a previous presentation, we talked about backup for an MSP provider. Now we're going to talk about next generation firewalling from an MSP perspective. So with the Barracuda Firewall, managing a set of firewalls for end users and customers is really simple. When we designed the Barracuda NG from day one, it was designed with management at the core. What we've got with that is our MCC, our Management Control Center. That has the ability to manage thousands and thousands of firewalls across the board. So you can roll out firewalls to all of your customers. Traditionally, the method you'd have is you'd have one firewall at your location, and then your multiple client locations around the world. Within the control center, not only do you have the ability to provision rules, application control, all of the VPN tunneling and all the routing required within that network, obviously you can give them what's called revision control. So we've got built-in revision control into this. So if you make rule change in here, so if we say rule number 4 was done last night and all it did was allow one set of subnets to go to a certain set of subnets on the internet, but it was wrong, something went wrong, you can go straight to here, look for the point and date and time that you made that change. So we'll call it change number 43, for example. And I can say, right, revert that back. So I can either erase that or go back and change that rule altogether. So it's very simple for the administrators to know when rules are changed, when rules are made. You can obviously have the ability to add rules to individual users' networks that may only last for a certain particular length of time. And all the logging information is reported back to one place as well with the Management Control Center. So you as a managed service provider has complete control over what's going on. You can give valuable reports back to these customers to tell them what's been going on. You can tell them what's using most of their bandwidth. So if we find here at this location, YouTube's using 70% plus of their network. You've got great reporting tools to be able to go back to them and say, actually, most of your bandwidth is being hogged up by YouTube. What you may want to do is allow us to add another rule, and that rule says YouTube gets a much lower priority, or you lower the bandwidth to a certain percentage. And that can be the same for all of your customers. Not only that, if people are having problems right now and then, you can use the control center to connect to those boxes and see exactly what's going on right now with that box. If they're saying they're having a problem, you can instantly look at the live traffic and see that actually, when someone's looking at YouTube, a couple of HD streams, whatever, it's eating up most of your connection, will give that a lower priority. So the flexibility from a managed service provider is really large. You get complete control over the NG at each location for your customer, meaning it's transparent from them. Any changes that are made are done straight by yourself, and the customer feels good about these things. You can manage that you can sell that off as a managed service. You can also actually, if you have locations, one thing I didn't talk about, you can provide those as virtual files as well. So if you have locations that are deploying virtual servers in all of these locations, a lot of retail space is delivering the office in a box, as it were. You can then provide the firewall, also deployed as a virtual appliance. Again, all managed from the one control center under your control, which you can then resell onto a customer. Hopefully that explains, we have a very interesting play for both backup and NG in the MSP arena. Any other questions, let us know. Again, my name was David Lomax. Thank you very much.